Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a Leetcode medium question that I just solved on my own, so I'm really happy about this. This one was not too difficult, and again I was able to do it without any assistance, so I'm pretty happy about that. Let me show you how I did it. So basically this one, you want to return the minimum number of swaps to sort by digit sum. So if you did that minimum swaps to sort a binary tree by level, they both use selection sort, and that's the idea behind this. So basically, you want to group these by, so the answer is going to be the sum of these digits. So this is going to be 1, and this is just going to be 10. So let's go ahead and get the sum of each element and put it in a heap, a sorted list. So for n and nums, the current sum, we're going to break this down into a string. Basically, we're just going to want like to say 10 is the sum, 37, and then we're going to say 1 is the sum, and 100. And obviously we're going to sort it by the sum itself, so the order is going to be like this. So we're just going to say current sum is 0 for y in string n, current plus equals to int y, so that gives us the total sum, and then we can just add the current sum and the actual value itself, right? So let's print SL. Cool, so looks exactly like that. That's good. So now we're only interested in these values, right? Because we want to rearrange nums to become this. So let's call this target. For S and SL, target.append S1. So we're just going to take this and this left to right, exactly in the order that we see. Cool. So now we have nums and target. So now the question is, how to use selection sort to make the minimum number of swaps to equal this, right? Here, that's 0. It's the same thing. Here, it's going to take 2 swaps. So basically, this is just selection sort. Let me draw a diagram. So now we're just going to iterate over our nums because that's what we want to change to this. We're going to say this is not equal to this. In the right, do we have 16? Yes, so we're going to swap these. So now we're just going to say 16, 43, 34, 18. That's 1. This is still not sorted, so 16, 43, 34, 18. This is not equal. Do we have 34 on the right-hand side? Yes, we do. So we're just going to swap this. 16, 34, 43, 18. That's 2. Now this is equal to this, so then we just return 2, right? So the easiest way to do this is with n squared. And we can just say if nums of I is not equal to the target of I, not equal to target of I, then for j in range I plus 1, length of nums, if nums of j is equal to target of I, then we know that's the index that we need to swap, right? So 16, then we just need to swap these two. So then we can just say nums of I, nums of j equals nums of j, nums of I, increment our answer and break because we can only swap once at each turn. And then at the end, we can just return answer because that's how selection sort works. And we're just going to have it in sorted order, right? So let's run this. Submit it. So this is going to be too slow because this is n squared. So let's let it time out. So again, we're just scanning the right, looking for the current element. Okay, time limit exceeded. So instead of doing n squared, let's go ahead and make a dictionary. I don't know if these are actually unique. I think they are based on what I've observed from this really long test case. I didn't see any duplicates. So basically, now we're just going to pre-process the indices since we know they're duplicates. There are no duplicates, so each value maps to an index. And what that's going to allow us to do is say if nums of I is not equal to target of I, we're just going to delete d of nums of I currently because we only care about everything to the right-hand side, right? So in that case, if nums of I is not equal to target of I, then we can say if what we're looking for is inside of our dictionary, then We can call this the current index or the left index, because for example, if we have our dictionary, we have 18 mapped as 0, 16 mapped as 3. We want to turn that into 18 mapped as 3, 16 mapped as 0. And we already have these in our dictionary, so our dictionary is just going to show that 18 or 16 is in the right of 18, and then we're just going to swap these two. So then the left index is obviously just going to be I, and the right index is just going to be, that's the one we're going to swap by. That's where the 16 is located. So it's just going to be D of target of I. And now we can just say nums of left, nums of right is equal nums of right, nums of left. And then now we have to, because the indexes are still the original, so we have to rearrange them. So we can say left, D of left is equal to right, and D of right is equal to left. And obviously that takes one more swap, right? So we're just going to keep doing this as long as it's not sorted like we said up here. And so let's run this and submit it. Okay, I guess it's not inside of here. Do we even need to get rid of this dictionary because it's already on the right hand side? We might not, because we still need a swap, right? I guess we do. Okay. Okay, so delete D nums of I. I did that wrong because here we want to turn that into this and submit this. Or, okay, if nums of I is in our dictionary, then we do this, submit this. Okay, that's weird. Okay, let's do some thought experiments here. Let's print D left and D of left. Let's print right and D of right. Target of I is in D. Key error. Oh, it's weird. Left and D of left. Left is I, yep. We use a default dict of integer. Okay, submit this. Okay, so now at least we get what we need. So this is in the right hand side, so there's I is not equal to target of I. Okay, let's see. So target I is in D. Yep, let's print our dictionary actually right here. So you can see, yeah, this is mapped correctly. And then left is nums of I. That should be right, I'm not sure. Okay, so D, yeah, that's the index, right? So left, this should be 0 and 3. Let's print I and D a target of I. 0 and 3, yep. Okay, so okay, so okay, so let's print nums of I and nums of right. Okay, so that's what we have up here. Now we just want to swap them. So nums of left, nums of right is nums of right, nums of left. So let's print nums of right and nums of left. Okay, D of nums of right is equal to right, maybe like that, nums of left. So we maybe got the opposite way around. Okay, submit this. Okay, cool, nice. So just got this a little confused because I was using the same variable after modifying it. So submit this. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm really happy that I was able to solve this one on my own without any assistance. And yeah, so there's a little struggle. Just got to make sure I remember the variable names that I used. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.